For a long time, we did what we call youth forums. They used to be on a Saturday morning, and they'd be like 4 or 5 hours, and we'd give kids community service hours, and and try to get them to relate to the police officers that were there working with them. Maybe 4, 5, 6 police officers. But we just recently started doing these youth forums again, and actually last week on Wednesday, we did our first youth forum we have done in about 4 years. We did it with 55 kids, and we try to do it with a mix, because a lot of times they try to get you, the school will give you the kids that are going on to college, or they give you the kids that they have in detention somewhere. But we got a good mix, and so when these kids came into the room, 55 of them, they weren't talking to each other because most of them weren't friends. And they have a lot of issues, like a lot of high schools do, and I don't mean to point the finger at anybody here, but we had 5 police officers work with those folks. We had a speaker talk to them about the decisions that they make in their life and how those decisions will follow you for the rest of your life. And something happens when you get to be about 12 or 13 years old as a young man, because in a moment's quick decision, you can make a wrong decision. And I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's the wrong road, and that's the way you go. If you're not lucky to run into somebody or somebody to bring you around, and these kids, none of them, I can tell you, none of them wanted to talk to the police. By the time this thing was over, kids wouldn't leave. School was over. We had them for 3 hours. They didn't want to leave. And they asked the police all the questions that police get asked about. Why do you do this? Have you ever done this? How much do you make? Where do you work? What do you do? And all those kind of questions and more. I'm just not going to go into some of the things that were asked, but they're very candid. They're very candid, and they made people. They got through to the kids that we're just like you. We have families, we have fears, and we try to get them to relate to these officers. And hopefully, in the coming months, with those 55 kids, we'll be able to keep some kind of dialogue going